Hey there, Kyle here at Nelson Mazda, hanging out with the 2020 CX-5. I've got the Grand Touring model behind me. Excited to show you about the trim level, some features that are new for the 2020. Tell you all about the upgraded turbo that's available in the Grand Touring Reserve and Signature. Let's take a look. 2020 CX-5 really carries that same third generation, what I would call Kodo design. You see in the Mazda 3, the CX-30. It was really the first one to get this extreme integrated length of hood coming down the front, and then the body style lines that actually come off of the hood and go all the way down the side of the vehicle. And you've got this aggressive front grille with that thatching in front. Mazda really going for that premium brand stance at this point. If you move to the Grand Touring Reserve or Signature models, you can get Mazda's updated 2020 2.5 liter with the turbocharger on it. And that turbocharger is gonna get you up to 250 horsepower and 320 foot-pounds of torque. What's really great about it, as you drive that turbo engine, it spools really early in the torque curve, so you get a really early get up and go. Not like you're waiting on the turbo to engage or get going higher in the torque rating. One of the best things that Mazda is doing now is introducing the iActiveSense suite of technologies early in the trim level. So all the way from Sport to Signature, you're gonna get that great safety that Mazda promises. Once you get to the Grand Touring model, you do get this power adjustable lift gate. And what I really love about it is with that Mazda Connect system, you actually have the ability to adjust the height. So if you are a little bit smaller, you can actually have that handle a little bit closer to you. And one of the best things about the CX-5, really in its class, it's the only one to do this, is having the 40-20-40 split. I love that personally, because whether you have kids or whether you're trucking around people, you can send stuff straight through that center and that 20 split. It really gives you accessibility to multiple different ways of organizing things in the back seat and in the rear hatch. The biggest question on everybody's mind when they're looking in the back of a crossover is, are my passengers gonna be comfortable? So Mazda's done a couple things to make sure that they are gonna be comfortable. One, even in this smaller crossover class, you do have the rear air conditioning. Also in the center console, in addition to regular cup holders, you do have 2 USB ports for charging. You also have a really nice seating area where it actually mirrors what's going on in the front seats, as opposed to just being a flat bench all the way across. You get some of that side bolstering that allows the vehicle and the passenger to feel like they're important too. Of course, as opposed to maybe questioning whether you have enough space in the CX-3 or the CX-30, the CX-5 does not lack for rear leg room. We've got this seat pushed all the way back, and I'm 6'1", quite comfortable in here. Probably a good 3 to 4 inches of headroom on me. Your passengers are gonna be comfortable in the back seat of the CX-5. There are a ton of technology features packed in here, probably too many to actually take a look at right now. But I do wanna point out a few that are really impactful, some of the newest updates coming alongside with Mazda. The first one is actually down here on the center console, and that's in the parking brake. The parking brake actually has an electronic parking brake, but right behind it is what we call auto hold. And what auto hold has the capacity to do is, if you are sitting still, say you are at a stoplight or anything like that, you can place it in auto hold and actually still be in drive, be off of your brake, and the vehicle can hold in place, allowing you the ability to either rest your foot on the gas or move around easily, and then just simply a press of the gas will go ahead and pull right off with no impact to the braking system. Really neat feature that Mazda has there. What I love about the CX-5 is it's not overcomplicated. Really, you get just a simple, clean look up top. You can separate the infotainment system as well as the air conditioning right here. You don't have a lot going on, a lot of buttons or things to press and figure out. It all really comes down to being integrated into the command switch and being integrated into the steering wheel, so that your eyes can really focus on the road, focus on what's ahead of you. Let's take a ride. You would kind of expect the crossover to have kind of a bland feel, maybe not elevate everything about it, but Mazda's done like the little things. So when you get to the Grand Touring level, you actually get paddle shifters. So even in the crossover, you get something fun something exciting to drive. You get comfort, you get style. You don't have to sacrifice all that to get into the crossover class. If you are looking to decide whether the CX-30 or the CX-5 is the right vehicle for you, what you're really looking at is, do I maybe want that turbo in the Grand Touring Reserve or the Signature with a little bit extra power? Maybe it's a space question, so obviously the CX-5 is going to have a little bit more as far as passenger space and headroom, and then also going to have more cargo space for you as well. It's also going to be slightly higher as far as seating, so it's on its own frame that Mazda makes, not taking on any Mazda 3 or prior body frame. Really staying in that plus or minus $30,000 price range. Gets you a lot of features, a lot of convenience, a lot of safety technologies at a entry price level. Thanks for taking a look at the 2020 CX-5 Grand Touring with us today. We'd love for you to come in, take a look, take a test drive, meet one of our client advisors. We do have 4 locations, 2 in Tennessee in Murfreesboro and Cool Springs, and 2 in Oklahoma in Tulsa and Norman. Come in, check us out online, nelsonmazda.com, or come in for a test drive. We'd love to see you.